What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. You already know who it is. It's King T up in this piece, and today we're gonna be reacting to another video by Llama Arts and Mr.nightmare. So let's go check it out. But before we do, make sure to like, share, and subscribe if you ain't in the family. And I know y'all heard that, but for real though, I was gonna do a story time, but I realized that I really suck at story times. Well, at least telling stories to other people, because didn't really understand what I'm trying to say. And yeah, so I'm not gonna be doing a story time, but I will be reacting to another video, or just doing some regular video, whatever I can, do in the last few hours of the day. And yeah, guys, so let's go check out this video. Alright, let's check this out.
Working the night shift always sucked. I work in an office building and would constantly do the night shift since it was the only time it would work out for me. I was just about always the only person on the floor I worked on, possibly in the whole building. There would always be a kind of eerie feeling to being in such a big building with most of the lights out and absolutely no one around. But on the upside, it was peaceful and less stressful, and I was able to get a lot of work done. There was this one night though. It was a Friday night, around 2 in the morning. I was typing away on my keyboard when
2 in the morning.
I heard a noise from outside my cubicle. It sounded like just a random crack from the walls.
2 in the morning in that place? You're bugging.
I didn't get too concerned about it. I resumed typing away and was once again interrupted by a sound. This time, the sound of a computer starting up. It caught me off guard. I was sure nobody else was working the night shift.
I mean,
I stood up on my
anybody
chair
could
to
do
get
that.
a view over the cubicle walls.
Is you Ed? You gonna bust your butt.
You
gonna break your neck or something.
Cubicle on the opposite side of the room. Then I did something stupid, something I regret. I asked if there was anybody there in a yell, hoping
Regular
to get an
white
answer
people
from a
thing.
fellow employee. But instead, I saw the glaring light of the computer monitor across the room turn off, and there was once again nothing but darkness on that side of the room. I started getting nervous. I turned off the lamp and computer screen so that I wouldn't give away my position to whoever that was. I crouched down and tiptoed out across to a nearby cubicle.
The military stuff, not
I sat waiting for something to happen for God knows how long, but I eventually decided the coast was clear. I tiptoed down past all the cubicles until I reached the opening near the exit door to the stairs and elevators, and that's when I realized that my fearful suspicion was true. There was a man crouched down behind a plant in the corner of the room, dressed in all black. I felt my heart sink as I noticed him, but it didn't seem like he knew that I noticed him. I turned back to the stairway door. There was no way I was going to wait for the elevator and take a chance. I casually opened the door and closed it behind me, proceeding to walk down the stairs. After making it down about 2 flights of stairs, I heard the door above me.
Bro, this bass makes it even more scarier. Like,
echoing footsteps coming
go get these headphones, bro.
I raced down the stairs, running as fast as I could, all while the footsteps above me were getting
Go,
louder.
Candy.
I finally made it to the first floor, raced through the lobby, and out the front door. Whoever was in there didn't follow me. I immediately called the cops, along with one of my bosses. My boss said no one was scheduled to work except for me. The cops scanned the place from top to bottom. There was no one in there. I couldn't help them out with any description other than he was wearing all black. I did continue to do the night shift for about a week after that, with my boss allowing me to lock all possible entrances to the floor, including the elevators. But I still wasn't comfortable with it, so ever since, I've been doing the day shifts.
Why is he the only person in that building doing a night shift? That's bug out crazy, bro. That's crazy. Alright, so we're gonna watch a little bit of this.
In the year 2009, I was spending a weekend with my uncle on his ranch when my parents were renovating the new house we had just bought. It was my second night there, a Saturday, and it happened to be during one of the biggest thunderstorms of the year. I'd say there were at least 3 crashes of thunder and lightning per minute. And we were in the heart of the storm, because the thunder would crash not even a second after the lightning would. I always enjoyed listening to storms while laying in bed. So I stayed up a little later.
I'm gonna start watching these at
TV,
night,
just
bro.
enjoying the ambiance. After the movie I was watching finally ended, I turned off the TV and tried to fall asleep.
I mean, that probably wouldn't have scared me
As
though.
I heard the lightning strike from outside, I could have sworn I heard some kind of metallic thud coming from outside at the same time. I didn't pay it too much mind. 20 seconds later, I could have sworn I heard it again.
Were they
A
like
very
waiting
distinct
for it?
metallic thud coming from outside to match the timing of the lightning. I really
Exactly.
don't mean to make this sound like a cliche horror story.
They're trying to hide
but
it.
my uncle really is a kind of creepy guy, and I was never close with him even remotely. So for that reason, I didn't feel right going to wake him up. I just tried to forget about it.
Bro, they're trying
Now I
to.
was getting concerned.
They're trying to like
What the hell
put
could
it with
that
the
be?
sound, so like people won't be like,
After
what the
the
heck was
third
that?
time, I finally got out of bed.
I'm trying to
walked
match
over
with
to
the
the window of
sound.
the guest bedroom. The water pouring down on the window made it extra hard to see what was
So
out
nobody
there in the
would
dark
question
fields.
what the heck is going on
A
outside.
flash of lightning momentarily lit up the property, but I couldn't see anything. However, once again, the sound of a metal hit accompanied it. The sound was so close now, it sounded like it was coming from the left of the window at a blind spot. I was going to do something I knew my uncle wouldn't be happy about. It would be a bit messy, but I was going to open the window and peer outside to see if I could see what the sound was.
Why don't you just go
I
downstairs?
unhooked the window lock and slid it up, and immediately the wind of the storm blew drops of rain into the room and onto me. I stuck my head out the window and looked to the left, and at that very moment, lightning lit up the property once again, and I could see a person dressed in all black crouched down by the outside basement door with his hand raised in the air. And before the sky went dark, I caught the briefest glimpse of what the sound was coming from. The person was bashing at the basement door lock. I pulled my head in and quietly shut the window, making sure to lock it. I was in a panic. I feared he might have seen or heard me. I ran back to bed and pretended to be asleep, facing away from the window. Lightning crashed once again, but this time there was no metallic thud. My heart must have dropped as I realized this.
You probably
I just
realized.
stayed put in bed for the longest time, hoping whoever was out there would go away. After maybe 3 more
I'd probably do
lightning
the same.
crashes without any thuds accompanying them, I thought it would be safe to go tell my uncle. I turned to face the window and screamed. There was a figure, clear as day, standing at the window, looking in at me. I
Call the
screamed as
cops.
loud as I could and
Call the
ran
cops.
straight to my uncle's room.
Call the cops.
He went outside with his hunting rifle,
Yeah,
with nothing
get
on
it.
but his pajamas,
Get
not
it.
even socks.
Get
He
it,
ran around the
boy.
entire property
Freak you
yelling
thought
like
this
a
was.
madman, but didn't find anyone.
Freak you thought this was.
The next morning, we were able to better see the marks on the basement door lock. It was almost bashed open. Maybe 3 or 4 more good hits would have done it, according to my uncle. He was proud of me for picking up on it. Luckily, I was out of there that same day. My uncle hasn't told us of any incidents since, so I think he's been okay.
Who
Not that we
in the
talked to him
world
much
is
at all.
trying to?
I'm grateful
Like,
I
what?
stayed up a little later that night watching that movie, because I may have just stopped a robbery, or possibly much worse.
I mean, maybe it would have woke you up. It might have woke him up, even if he did go to sleep. Alright, guys, what? For real, though? That was lit. It was pretty scary, to be honest. Well, the second one. The first one was not as scary. Like, I feel like if I was in that guy's situation, I would be creeped out a little bit. But I wouldn't be that scared. Like, if I would have stayed there, he got up from the chair, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got up and started military crawling and everything, you know what I'm saying? And then saw that dude at the plant. Like, when I saw that, if I would have saw that, I would have been out. But, like, I'm talking about before, when somebody turned on the computer, I would have been like, alright, somebody's just coming to work early or something like that, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have questioned it. But, yeah, that one wasn't that scary, but the second one was type scary, bro, because just imagine you see somebody freaking trying to break in, and you just like, heck nah, they probably saw me. You just trying to go back to sleep and act like nothing ever happened, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then you just get up and you see them freaking looking out the window staring at you. What? Nah, bro, that's weird. That's weird. But anyway, guys, I don't know about all of that, but hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe if you ain't in the family. And I'll see you guys in another video. Peace.